Pounders, welcome back. We're going to be grinding some BBM5 tonight. But first, we have a new brewski. And we're going to do the signature pop-off before we get this stream started. Pretty good. Pretty good. Probably B- there. How does it sound on your guys' end? And we got a few early people. Ty in here, Papa, Dylan, Dale. Appreciate you guys joining. Let's cover some news. Been away for the weekend. Been touching some, I would say grass, but it was actually sand. On the beach for the first time this summer, which, geez, it's long overdue. And I saw this report. And this one kills me. Like, as a Pats fan, like, it would have been beautiful to get Ayuk. It would have absolutely tanked his ADP, in my opinion. But it would have been beautiful to get Ayuk. And then we all know that they were in on Ridley, and that's why Ridley sort of saw some dips too in the preseason. But yeah, reports of that coming out. And then they go ahead, they get Polk, they get Baker, which Javon Baker practicing today, catching passes. So interesting to note because he was dealing with a finger injury. So looks like he might be cleared soon for some full practices. Billy in the house, what's up? Drew in the live stream. This one must be late enough that he can get in here. Appreciate you coming out, Drew. It says smash the like. Yes, we're doing a 24-hour live stream at 2K subs. We need all the likes we can get there. Ayuk can. It is what it is. It is what it is. We've had some like crazy news come out this weekend. Like Javonte might be cut. I'm not really reading too much into that, although we've been heavily fading Javonte Williams at ADP. Now he's sliding to like 125 today, 130. Okay, now maybe it's time to buy the dip, Pounders. Maybe it's time. But also grabbing Estimate a lot this last week and pushing him up in the CSV ranks in this past week's update was, in my opinion, pretty big. Shaheed gets a 1-year extension. Yeah, and you have like Olave. Is there any more news today about what's going on with Olave? Did I miss you did. This one, so, dude, it's so hard to pick out an IPA. Like, when you're in the liquor store nowadays, and you see the wall of paintings, it literally looks like you're in the Vatican. It's just all Michelangelo's paintings everywhere. It's like, all right, this one looks good to me. This one looks good to me. This one's got a dog on it, and it's a Maine beer. And if you guys are from East Coast, you know you cannot go wrong with a beer that is from Maine. Well, doggy. That's a good doggy right there. All right, let's have a taste. Let's have a taste. Very good. Can't go wrong. Maine is undefeated. And I'm not from Maine, but good beer. Gotta give credit where it's due. A little bit on what Love didn't practice today, which is interesting. I don't think there's anything too much to read into there. We're getting falls from Reed, which is expected. I would say expected. He always went in this range where it was like it didn't feel great to click him, and we always sort of hovered around 6%. I wish it was lower because it looks like you're going to get a pretty decent discount on him now, at least in these upcoming days with the dreaded red note, the Underdog red note. If you guys are new to Underdog this season, oh my God, does that red note, it could say nothing, but if it's slightly negative, their ADP will dip. And that's nice for players that you were waiting for a cheaper price on. And this is why it's so fun to leave a lot of your drafts, especially for BBM, for later in the draft season, because you're going to get this hostile draft environment of players having good days in camp and players having bad days in camp. Like Rashad Bateman got a little boost today for what? Catching a few balls. Like, the dude's a former first-round pick. Like, guy better be catching balls in practice. So some of this stuff you don't want to read too far into, but there is some that you definitely have to sift in like John Mechie catching passes on the second team offense. Probably don't Please don't. I saw someone take John Mechie today. He might be on special teams this year. Like it's not looking great. But yeah, the overreactions on both sides of the ball. Jonathan Brooks, and we just covered this. We just covered this in our BBM ADP update video, where it's like, if he gets positive news, you could see a 25 pick rise. But what's more likely to happen is you're going to get negative news on his injury, and now you're going to see him slide. And now it's like, okay, I can comfortably get above 8% Jonathan Brooks at a cheaper price than other people. And those are those small advantages that we really strive for all summer long. And what type of news are we expecting from these players? And what's funny is Nick Chubb, we're expecting him to fall, and then that workout video comes out and he rises like 10 picks in like 2 days. Well, Nick Chubb then came out and basically was discouraged with his progress so far this offseason because he's training to get back, and these are his words, he's training to get back to where he was instead of being able to improve upon where he's at normally at this time in any other previous season. So that discouragement, I'm wondering, has that been a bigger message than, like, has more people seen that message, or more people have seen the workout video? So I'm curious to see what's going on, and that might be a per draft room basis where his ADP is going. Oh, geez, that's not, we don't do that. We don't do that. We are at 60, I want to say 68 BBMs. Planning on doing a full portfolio update on August 1st, no matter where we're at, if we're at 100 or wherever we're at. And that's probably too many. It'll probably be around 85. Joe Mixon, so sort of interesting. And shout out to Raphael, who's usually in the live stream. He goes, hey, like, Cam Akers on Minnesota, are you worried about Ty Chandler? It's like, no, it's Cam Akers. Well, now Cam Akers goes to Houston. And honestly, does that become a factor for Dameon Pierce? I don't know. I don't know. I guess Dameon Pierce actually had a couple good days in camp is the word. Tank Dell, I saw earlier, one of the balls thrown his way was picked. A lot on Houston. Mike Williams, now this was expected, and I definitely had too much Mike Williams. I want to say it was in BBM specific contest because I was ending up with a lot of Josh Allen falling to the mid 40s. I just can't stop clicking them there. So you're going to get a fall on Mike Williams. Looks like Worthy's catching passes. I saw Hollywood Brown make a play today. Kelsey. I think Mahomes might be underpriced. we might be at that point where Mahomes is underpriced. And shout out to Nez. Let me see. Nez had a great little big brain idea, and I'll pull it up if I could find it on his Twitter right now. Of you just reach a little bit for Mahomes, so then you can easily secure that double stack here. Here it is. Mahomes at 38, which not unreasonable. Right, but you're securing that double stack with triple stack, Worthy, Brown, and Kelsey. I think it's interesting. It's very interesting to note. And whether you're Rashee Rice, Worthy, Kelsey, like whatever you want, but I like that. Maybe the triple stack's expensive. I wouldn't mind two though, and you're securing that double stack, which is typically hard to get. When you're drafting Mahomes at ADP, just based on where you are on the board. Rome caught, yeah, it looked like Rome had a nice play today. You don't have a whole lot of juice. However, some of the bigger stories with the Javonte thing, I'm really curious how that one plays out. And I think buying the dip in hers, I think, was it Herzig? Herzig might have came out today and say buy the dip. I sort of agree with it, especially if your bags aren't packed yet. It's even easier to do that. Tank Bigsby, Brent over at Action Sports in he doesn't seem like a terrible click. Like, we're talking about 18th round, potentially the RB2 in the offense. He's going to get the opportunity. He's going to get the opportunity. Whether he fumbles every single play like he did last year or just absolutely blows it, that's all you can ask for. Is if you find the RB2 in an offense and with the last round click, that's really all you can ask for. I'd rather click Tank Bigsby over Dameon Pierce, personally. Marshawn Lloyd dealing with a hip injury. Maybe we get a discount. In sharper rooms, you probably don't. But maybe you get a discount. I'm at least hoping. But we don't know a whole lot about that just yet. Shout out to 32 Beat Writers, too. Like, this is such an easy way to catch up on the camp news. Just one of my favorite Twitter accounts to follow. And actually one of the very few Twitter accounts I follow that I have active notifications on for. Like, I have notifications set to off for almost all social media. So big shout out to them. Curious what you guys think. What was the biggest news that you guys saw in the last few days, and what players are you now drawn to fading or focusing? Russell Wilson seeing big things in Calvin Austin. He'll have his spike weeks. He's just not the type of guy that's going to be on the field for 2 wide receiver sets. So he'll be mixed in. It's just he's too small. Can't block. Fast. Spike week guy. I think I'm just gonna keep buying the Roman Wilson drop. And I know it's risky, but where he goes, and especially like where he's dropping to right now, 170, 180, it seems worth it. Sorry. I mean, do we have any Van Jefferson truthers out there? Do we have anyone clicking Van Jefferson? No. So no one thinks he's going to be the wide receiver 2, or if he is, maybe he just starts as the wide receiver 2 and then loses that role. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with my boy getting in late. So, JSN making a sick catch. Nice little one-handy. But, yeah, I mean, Mike was such a great pick. Damn, 90. That's thick. 90's thick. I'll probably be around 90, though, for August 1st. How many days? How many days do we have? 7, 8, 9, 10. About 10 days. I want to do about 2 a day, so that does check out. Let's pull up one last thing. All right. What do we have for a fill percent? What is BBM officially at? 45. Okay, so the next edition of the draft guide will be coming out at the 50% fill rate. We're going to be doing a CSV update as well tomorrow, and these will be much more impactful every single week, now that we're getting actual camp news on these players. Jason clip from last year. You know, I'm coming around to the JSN ADP because of how far he's fallen. He's not going at 68 anymore like he did the big board where we had 1% JSN. Still buying the dip. Let's go. They're saying, yeah, exactly. I just can't. You can have Van Jefferson. You can have him. But all right, we tipped off the YouTube members. We tipped off the Patreon members, and we're still waiting. They had their fair share. Now we send it out to you boys. +5, waiting for BBM. Get in while the water's warm. We're dipping the toes. We are dipping the toes. I want to say we have the BBM exposures up. This is the overlay you're seeing, bestballoverlay.com. If you enjoy it, promo code POUNDERS, all caps, for 33% off. Takes it to under the price of 1 BBM. Farachi in the 2 spot. Shout out to Josh in the 6, partner over at bestballoverlay.com. Creating cool shit every single day. And we got Nick Bach and Papa at the 11 and 12. Good. You guys can You guys can battle it out back there. You you boys have fun back there, okay? Yeah. It's BBM time. All right, we're gonna set a like goal early today. We're gonna set it for 35 likes. Oh shit, we are gonna hit that. We're at 21 already. We're gonna set it. I already said it. I can't take it back. I can't inflate the price anymore. 35 likes, we'll do a second draft. 35 likes. Doc in the house, been a minute, bro. How you doing? Dang, Justin with words of truth. If you're serious about Bestball, you're using Bestball overlay. It's crazy how many exposures, and I set this when I'm doing Bestball Mania specifically. I set it to my Bestball overlay exposures. That's what I want to see. If I need to correct anything, really happy that we luck out on a little Olave place on the NFI list. Maybe we'll get some drops in price there. Don't mind that at all. Don't mind that at all. But it's nice to see where we're light on players that I might actually have a favorable stance on. Hill goes at 3. I'm tempted to just go Jefferson or Bijan here, to be honest. Let's go JJ. Let's get this up to probably 8% on this click. I don't want to be under 8% JJ. I really don't. But, dude, and we had Bijan ranked at 4 in the big board. And just because it's best ball summer and all the wide receivers are pushed up, in my opinion, it was smart to just push Bijan back. Otherwise, we're gonna end up with 35% Bijan. And where I like the take, I like being strong on stances. For tournament best ball, it's wrong for the reason of, are you 32% confident, basically? Are you that highly confident that Bijan is going to score higher than the other players in this range in a single game slate? Week 17 specifically. I actually like Bijan's Week 17 game. I actually like Bijan's Week 17 matchup. So there's that. There's that. The answer should be no. Should be no. These guys have high ceilings. It's really tough for me personally to get there in tournament play. If it's cash games, yeah, I would have Bijan. I'd have Bijan probably above Chase, Jefferson, Hill. He would be up there. He'd probably be at 3. 33% JJ. So I'm guessing you have JJ at 3, Black, or 3, 2. 2 would be surprising. Appreciate you stopping in, man. Gotta rest up for work though. And we're actually thinking about doing a bagels and best ball draft tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. So ADP has Olave first. I have Devontae Adams first. What's this boy want to do? He goes Achan. What a note, boys. What a note. They look to recreate the same success. Let's go Adams here. And let me pull up. Let me see how many. We'll go on bestballoverlay.com. We'll hit the portfolio optimizer. We'll put in our CSV. Go to Best Ball Mania specific, and let's see our pairings between Jefferson. And let's see if this is a different pairing for us. Dudes, so this is a complete unique pairing for our BBM exposures, which is insane. 66 drafts in. And this is basically on ADP too. But that's nice to know. Like, am I clicking this simple combination too many times? Because you can get trapped into ADP. It's good to know if 5 of your 7 JJ shares have Devontae Adams or not. An interesting 1-2 turn, and this is maybe pre-Chris Olave news on the NFI list. It doesn't look like he falls here, but he goes to a Badgers guy, so I don't know if we can trust that. Would have been like Devontae Adams, Chris Olave. Has anyone seen that? And I would probably want to test that in a contest that fills super quick. So we get pick 28, and we're probably just going to go DK here. 17% DK. We're sending it on the DK exposure right now. We get a couple players 1 pick after ADP, but it's basically right in line with JJ. Jared in the house. What's up, baby? $23% AJ. Dude, for whatever reason, I don't get like pick 9. I get pick 11 a lot. I think that's going to be my most common spot this off season, but it's tough because if these RBs fall to me, I do prefer both of these RBs over AJ Brown, and I'm curious where you guys are on that one. Yeah, Dustin, I think this is sharp, especially in a contest that fills quick, such as like whatever, like a $5 puppy or the MGM. If I get the 12 spot, I might just send it on a Devontae Adams, Chris Olave, and try to get that week 17 dome game stack. It'd be cool. Just a little galaxy brain. The beer got us thinking already. Yo, Justin up early, 7 a.m. live draft with the Fantasy Six Pack Network. Good for you, dude. That's some breakfast ball right there. All right, Josh starting with Amon-Ra, Ayuk, and DJ Moore. Farachi with the CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Smith, Malik Neighbors. We have the 3 wide receivers start as well with Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, DK. I thought all the Pounders went 3 receivers. Close. Nick, you ruined it. Garrett Wilson, Gibbs, and Zay. Papa in the live stream with Drake London, Nico, Tank Dell, and Pacheco. I'm so glad I got ahead of the Pacheco rise. Pacheco, I think he should be going behind ETN personally. But I also saw Tony working out with like the running backs, taking some snaps at RB. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing for CEH. A bad thing for CEH is just CEH himself. So I don't know if he could hurt himself worse than Tony can. I don't even know if Tony's going to be on the roster. Like, that tells me that they don't have a spot for him in the wide receiver room. That's not good. He's probably not going to be a Chief come October. That's my guess. All right, coming up, Mahomes off the board at 42. Of course, we got the badge list going, double elite QB already. I mean, this is easy ETN for me, but let's see what so 18% ETN, 18% Lamar. Oh shit! If it's not broken, like, do we have to fix it? First share of Pittman for good reason, Josh. For good reason. But Pittman at 43, we're at 2%. That's probably where we click him as well. Let's go Lamar here. Let's go Lamar. These elite QBs, in my opinion, are way too discounted. Way too discounted. Maybe we focus like a Schultz, bring back. I don't have a ton of Schultz, but this is a pretty fun way to get him involved with a little Baltimore stack. We'll see if Mandrews comes back to us. That would be ideal for us. And then maybe not going Schultz. So that's the thing. If we get Mandrews, I don't love the bring back being a tight end, to be honest. Seems very thin. Very, very thin. Maybe thin's what you need. Probably not. Ooh, Rice at 49. Rice at 49. Got ahead of that 10 pick ADP rise too, which is nice. Still clicking him though. Still clicking him. Yeah, Scoot. Just give me all the elite QBs. All the elite QBs. And my Jalen Hurts is, no pun intended, hurting because of our AJ Brown shares are low. So we want to get both of those up. All right, let's bring in the Mandrews here. Let's bring in the Mandrews. Yeah, this is beautiful. So we get this little Justin Jefferson, DK Metcalf week 16 mini there. Just a little bonus. Bonus. But if you think you can make up these positions and you grab an elite QB, and this is another thing. Like when you notice someone go 2 elite QBs, that makes me want to pull in one of these guys even more. Just because, all right, badgeless dude, we don't know. He could go rogue. He could go a third QB. He could go a third QB before, pick 100 ADP, which it will thin out the room. That'll help us. But even just going Josh Allen and Mahomes, I think it increases the advantage of having an elite QB. So that makes us go Lamar Jackson all the more. But with the receivers being pushed up, it's just I can't in good conscience go like Christian Kirk over like Lamar. I just can't. You can push him up all you want. I'm just going to keep selecting Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts. Christian Kirk goes at 51 in this room, though. All 7 picks. That's reasonable. 51's reasonable. Before Lamar Jackson, what are we doing? We're trying to like recreate the wheel here. Worthy, Jaden Reed, Hollywood, Calvin. Zay Flowers is another one we're super low on, but I think I'm going to have to mix in. And when I go Zay Flowers, I want Lamar. So we're going to have to start getting different combinations of what the hell? Like, what if you just went like Pickens here at 13, then you go, where's Zay go? Zay goes at like 36. So it would suck to not complete it. But in a $5 MGM, based on your risk tolerance, you could go Pickens here at 13. You could try to go for that. You could try to go for that week 16, or you can go week 17 and grab like Nico here at 13. Go Zay and Lamar. I think that could be fun. Stroud goes to 61. See, Stroud at ADP feels bad. Just based on where the elites go, it feels bad. Somebody's doing it. Yeah, they're getting the mega stack right now in Houston. Papa's getting the mega stack. I don't blame him for securing Stroud. Like he's not safe in rooms that that the casuals are in. They're selecting him in random spots without correlation. In sharper rooms, you can get Stroud to come back to you, but I don't blame him for just going and getting his guy. Securing the stack. And you have to at this point. When you bring in the triple stack, you are fully invested. Is there really a difference between the Kirk, Godwin, Hopkins guys? I think ETR just steamed Kirk up too high. I was huge. I was huge on Christian Kirk in the big board. I just can't get around to the click at his new ADP. Towards the end of the season, when you think BTJ is going to have a bigger role, Evan Ingram, design plays. Like if you watch those Jaguars games, they literally have design plays for Ingram. Hopkins here feels pretty good. If we can find a Jacksonville piece. Yeah, if we can find a Jacksonville piece, we'll get a little week 17 mini with Tennessee, as well as a week 16 with Vegas and Devontae Adams. Let's bring in Diop here as our wide receiver 4. Why not some more Detroit, Seattle? Let's see. How much more can you get though? How much more can you get? Josh bringing in the little DJ Moore, Romo Dune Chicago double. Think I know who you're targeting next. Flowers going before me threw me off. It's tough when you go into a draft with a plan and it just gets blown up. Just gets blown up. This is why. Is that why we saw the Pacheco click? Is that you planned on going the Houston Baltimore? That's wicked funny. Tragic. Oof. The Sam Howell show. Dude, Sam Howell made people money last year. Like, I'll give Eric credit for the Sam Howell. He was definitely in on Sam Howell. Now the rookie tight end might not have worked out, but paid out. Led to some pretty good advance rates. Rashad White, Kenneth Walker at 72. How much Charbonnet do we have? 12%. That needs to be higher. That needs to be higher. And I'm 7 spots ahead of him on ADP. Maybe we have to get a little more aggressive with it, though. We have a 1-0-4-1 start with Lamar, JJ, Devonta Adams, DK, Hopkins, Mandrews. Yep. This could be the nursing home team. However, they could have some pretty competitive games. Irish drive-by. Now, we're either taking shots or is this a coffee shop? Like, what are we doing? Lad McConks. Lad McConks at 76. We should probably do it. Let's go 0-0 RB. Shout out to Billy if he's still in here. Shout out to Billy. We'll go 0 RB. Take a detour at QB. Take a detour at elite tight end. I like it. I want more Justin Herbert. So I have to be grabbing more McConks. It'll be funny to see, like, will these rookie wide receivers get bumped right back up with some positive news? Right? We very well could see that. JSN going at 77. Now that Lockett's at 100, it's just that wide receiver dead zone area. I have to find a way to slow up a little bit on Lockett. Although here, maybe not. We have 2 bye week 10 guys. Definitely something to think about. Evan Ingram goes off at 78. Keon Coleman, JMO. Where are you guys in the chat on JMO? Doesn't he just seem like an expensive Rashid Shaheed? Or that's like, how many spike weeks are we thinking JMO's going to provide? And does he have it in his realm of possibilities to be a top 15 wide receiver? I just don't see it. And same thing with Shaheed. Like, where he goes, I think he's actually expensive for what you're getting. Jared's at 8%. The 8% comfort blanket doesn't want to be higher or lower. Papa says hate the 12 hole. The 12 hole absolutely sucks. The 12 hole sucks. There's no way around it. Marv team brings in Kyler. Love that. Love that. Zamir Whiteoff at 88. Heard a sharp take from ETR earlier today, and it's actually on the Browns, right? And with Cleveland, you know, you have the injury risk with Deshaun Watson, but you actually have a pretty good backup plan with Jameis Winston. So, like, those wide receivers, and we bring this up a lot for Indy and A-Rich. We've seen Joe Flacco help receivers get there. We've seen him help tight ends get there. Jameis Winston might be a decent insurance plan for players like Amari Cooper, Njoku. Give us Brian Robinson Jr. Do not go 0-4-3-1. You don't want that. You want, like, Joshua Palmer. Perfect pick for you. Joshua Palmer. Give us Brian Robinson, RB1. Fine. We'll just take Prescott. Take Prescott. Oh. Oh. You hate to see it. Farach. You hate to see it. The badgeless are out here just taking names. Just taking names. Where did Burrow go? Burrow went to the T. Higgs squad. Okay. So that guy's just blowing off some steam. And Devin says, you know you're getting old when you buy just for men. Oh, God. You adding red streaks in your hair? What are you doing? Ferg off the board at 96. Pick 96. 17% Fergie Ferg. If only. If only. Farach says, I prepared for this. I knew you were in the room. Oh, shit. What'd he do? What'd he do? DeAndre Swift at 95. Cortland Sutton. All right. Okay. I think this is the signature Singletary and Brian Robinson start here. Let me see. Do we want to go Tony Pollard? Do we want to go Tony Pollard because we have DeAndre Hopkins? We'll give the tiebreaker to this little correlation here. He has AR too. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's good. He's way good. The naked AR team to the moon. Rashad White at 71, Aaron Jones, DeAndre Swift. Where did Reed go in this draft? Reed went at 58. Someone's high on Shakir. Josh, of course, goes Tyler Lockett, although I think he had a really good stack there with Seattle, right? Yeah, he brings in the bring back for the Seattle-Chicago game. Josh, don't you think you have enough? Don't you think you have enough Chicago-Seattle? If you guys don't already know, on bestballoverlay.com, Josh added a spot for you to check your playoff stacks in the form of a visual. He gave us graphs. He blessed us with visuals, which I know we all love. So being able to see where your portfolio is with the game stacks of week 17 is just a beautiful thing. 9% Buffalo Jets, 8% Chargers New England, Casey Pitt. And then just seeing what games you're lighter on that maybe you actually want to be on. And there's definitely a couple of those for me, like Arizona Rams still I have to get up for BBM. It would be nice. I think eventually we'll add the option to set that by tournament. I think that'll be a nice little update. But Josh continues to create great things. So shout out Josh. Dude, just let him rip. Just let him rip. We got the Grays coming in. It shows wisdom. It shows wisdom. DFS will do that to you. Oh shit, it's so true. It's so true. It is too true, man. Gotta let the grays in, though. Doesn't matter. Purdy off the board at 111 with Kyler. I think that's a pretty nice pairing. He has Kittle. No Detroit bring back just yet. See if that's in the cards. Josh is just praying for Caleb right now. He's got 2 badgeless before him. This guy just brought it all the way down to triple zeros. Yes! Yes! A W take. A W take. The Chargers running back situation will be 75% of what Miami backfield was last year. I brought this up in a comment in a video. It was like, what if the answer to the Chargers running back room is just none of them? It's just absolutely, it's none. Nice. Nice. Stack secured. Playoff game stack secured too. Wow, he has the week 16 bring back too in Amon-Ra for little bonus points. Double stack Chicago. Amon-Ra bring back week 16. Tyler Lockett bring back week 17. The bonus points. Josh putting the overlay into use. It's an interesting spot for Romeo Doubs to fall 10 spots, 11 picks. Let's test it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We have a mini between Doubs and Jefferson now as well. What's your logo? Can't even see it. Looks like an old cartoon. Spiller's the next Kyron. No, no. Don't do it. Don't do it. We've gone too far. We've gone too far, boys. That'll be enough. That'll be enough. What are the chances we get Herbert to come back around to us at pick 141? It's looking slim. And if we don't get Herbert, who's our backup plan? I mean, I guess we have great backup plans with Geno as well as Levis. So I'm cool with pushing it. It probably has to be Zeke here over Charbonnet, although I want Charbonnet. Probably has to be Zeke. Chubb goes off the board at 125, so the steam still continues. I'm probably out on this price now. So I'm glad we got at least a little bit around 145. Because I think we're back. I think we're back to being out. It's happened quick. Anthony says, I feel like I'm in the library with this one. Hella chill. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. If you guys are enjoying the stream, please go down, drop a like on the live stream. We're actually going to be ripping another draft after this one as well. We are at 39 likes. So we already hit the like goal. So now you're just in bonus like territory for the boys. Jared Goff off the board. Yeah, so Josh is having a great draft right now. Great draft. Brings in the Amon-Ra correlation. He has the Ayuk bring back week 17. He is in full force. Jesus. Team's lining up like a Christmas tree. Steph in the house. What's going on, Steph? How's the Bestball streets treating you? Are you doing any FFPC, is it? Corum off at 130. Jerome Ford off at 129. So you get this run of running backs. Soon. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of the best ball community start to switch over to some FFPC streams. I just don't have time. I need to find more time in the day. No. What did Nick just do? Oh, he goes, F your mega stack. It was already a mega stack. He did not need Schultz for that. He actually catches up at receiver, clicks Gabe and Josh Downs, which I think he needed to do, so I don't think he minds. We're supposed to get a Lloyd drop. We're supposed to get the Lloyd drop. Come on, his hip. I would have loved Marshawn Lloyd coming back to us. We didn't stress the injury enough. Yeah, when getting cute at the 112. Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in, especially where we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 pounders in this room. It's gonna make it a little tougher to find value. Receiver's about to fall off. I'm glad we have our 6. We get a little dip in price on Dobbs and McConks. You know what? We were basically on auto draft for all these receiver picks. Give us a chance. This guy still has 3 receivers. What is happening? Oh, yeah, Nick. Oh, wow. Herbert just goes off the board. Of course, he didn't want his 4th receiver. He needed his 3rd QB. We were so close. All right. No time to complain. Yes, Kendrick Miller's a bring back for Devontae Adams, but I shouldn't be at 3% Chandler and at 21% Kendra, so let's I have to get up to at least 10% Ty Chandler. Yeah, I just get brutally sniped, but maybe it helps us. We have a double stack with Tennessee. We have, is it just a single stack in Seattle? Just a single stack in Seattle. But yeah, the Justin Herbert at 141 would have been ideal. It would have been ideal. That would have helped. I'm glad that this is above 8% though. Because Justin Herbert at this ADP seems crazy to me, where like they're not overly talented at the running back position. So like what are we gonna do when the running game fails? Probably gonna throw the ball. And we know Justin Herbert can do that. Maybe we get both. Now maybe we get Kendra here. If not, Musgrave's an option. Not clicking Musgrave too often. Brian Robinson, Tony Pollard, Zeke, Ty Chandler is a fun spot to bring in Kendra. I mean, we got the mini too between Kendra and Devontae Adams. Let's just bring it in. We could be done here. I could see us going one more with like a 17th or 18th round click. We could stop at 2 tight ends. We could stop at 2 QBs. We could easily stop at 8 receivers. Like this could be such a comfy 2-6-8-2. It's not even funny. Would be even more comfy with Justin Herbert, but the guy wanted his 3rd QB before his 4th receiver. So we have one person paying the rake. So this is already a 2 out of 11 advance, which is nice. Yes, sir, Jared. Yes, sir. You already know. However, we'll see if it comes back to us. Yeah, I mean, I think this comes back to what type of tournaments you're looking to join. Like, of course, MMG, 30K up top to first place, and the Fast Puppies 200K. Well, it's much tougher to make the finals in the Fast Puppy than it is the MMG. Did I say MMK? MMG. So, if you guys played poker, do you guys like playing in super, super deep field tournaments? And these are all super deep tournaments, to be honest. But, different tastes for different folks. Let's pull up the MMG. Yeah, 67,000 still it's still a lot of people. 67,000 versus 225K. Two out of 12, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 5. And then the Fast Puppy is 2 out of 12, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10. 375 seat final versus a 225. Just depends on what you're looking for. I do like that it's a fast. So, like, they should have... Why didn't they just make that, like, a fast draft? Like, 20 seconds. I feel like we can't go back. Like, the 20 seconds has to be, like, an option. Yes. This, too. Accurate. I guess it's a Madden... streamer. Yeah, we're going to be ripping another one. We hit the like goal. We're going to be potentially doing a third BBM tonight. If we hit 100 likes, which it seems like it's far away, but we have another hour plus to get there. If we hit 100 likes, we'll do a third draft. So we'll set the goal early. What's up, baby? OTS in the live stream, fellow streamer grinder. The DeMarcus Robinson rise has been brave. It's been brave. I think I'm completely out at this ADP. Like, completely out. That's crazy. Yeah, Anthony, they're long gone, buddy. They're long gone. God damn. I'm only at 8% in BBM. Where am I at for 6%? I'm trying to catch up. Been trying to catch up on the estimate. I've just been fading all of Denver, basically. I've had just a Denver fade, which kind of seems correct. Ooh, Chuba's here. Can we get... The Lockett team is to our right. Who else do we have to worry about? The one spot... Okay, he has 2 tight ends. He has 1 tight end. I don't see us getting... Let's go Fant first. Let's say, hey, go ahead, take naked Gino. Rather than, if we go Gino first, there's probably a 0% chance we get Fant back. 2%. We'll go 2%. Just with our man Faraci here. He's probably looking for a late Danny Dimes, I would think. Whoa. Elijah Mitchell off at 166. Okay. He's been rising, like... He's just getting steamed. Alpha in the house. What's up, baby? And another reason we go Fant here first is because we do have the backup with Levis. We have a double stack there, so if he does tragically get sniped, we can still dance around it. We could still dance around it. This is how Underdog's ADPs sit. Mayfield off the board. Good news. Good news. He double taps. That's not overly surprising. very easy to get boxed at the 1. So he goes Kirk, Mayfield, and Rodgers. Kind of a gross trio. It's kind of a gross trio. He has the Mike Evans stack, so the Baker click makes sense. Secure that double. There's no way this guy doesn't go Geno. I just feel like we're gonna get hit hard again by we're sandwiched by two badgeless. Oh, it happens. Oh God, it's not supposed to be this easy. We get Geno 5 picks after ADP. Nice little DK Metcalf, Noah Fant double stack. The week 16 bring back with Justin Jefferson. The week 16 bring back with Ty Chandler. Damn. You already know who we going. You already know who's going to be our week 17 guy. That's if he makes it to us. That's if he makes it to us. God damn. Right. Yeah, these drafts have been wild as of late. Absolutely wild. If you guys are interested in what you're looking at, the parentheses, the week 16 and 17 game being on the screen, as well as this little hover feature with the game totals. Those are the DK game totals, which are updated dynamically as the spreads get updated. Bestballoverlay.com. Promo code Pounders, all caps, for 33% off. Link is in the chat, as well as the description of the video. Michael Wilson, someone that I've been clicking a lot these probably last like 7 days, just because he's sort of in this like island by himself where it's like him and a bunch of rookies. So him, a bunch of rookies, and like Rashad Bateman. So I've been clicking Michael Wilson quite a bit lately. Yeah, OTS, you the man. I don't think he makes it to us, but if he does, we have 2 options, I guess. Am I going to draft the Mastiff or the Big Dog? Let me see. The Big Dog, is that a 4 out of... I want to say it's 2 out of 12 advance. We got screwed last year. There's no other way to say it. 2 out of 12 advance. For these higher stake ones, like if I'm going to take a shot at a 500, I would want it to be 3 out of 12, 4 out of 12 like the Mastiff. Last year, super sharp room, Big Dog, $500 draft. We missed the mark by 4 points. Liam makes it into second place because of a Khalil Herbert huge game, and then Tyreek Hill left the field at halftime, like didn't return, and we needed 3 more points from him. That left such a bad taste in my mouth that I don't know if I'm gonna do one. I will, however. They should be doing some more. Where's the $50 chow? Where's the $50 chow? I'd be crushing the $50 chows right now. $50 chow, or another Dalmatian, another $100 Dalmatian, or even the 250s. I'm good with the 250s because those advance rates are usually not 2 out of 12. OTS, if you're going to play the Big Dog, you may as well play the Mastiff with the advance rate differences. It's just too big of a shot for my bankroll. Yeah. Damn, Scoot, your autocorrect got you, bro. Your autocorrect got you. He meant to type in where the palm. Oh, no. Dude, my eyes got me. My eyes got me. Me too, just saying in general. Damian Pierce? Really? Those good days in practice, I guess that news goes a long way. Can't get there with Damian Pierce. And then they add Cam Akers, which is like, who cares? Like, it's Cam Akers. Still hasn't returned to form from before the injury, and even then, the form wasn't all that great. He just gets released from Minnesota, Cam Akes. But, like, still, like, Damian Pierce is definitely not on their good side. 184 for Will Levis. Like, we saw a season of Damian Pierce, right? Like, we saw it. He had the opportunity to be RB1 of that team last year. It's difficult for me. Ah, there goes the Rashawn Johnson click. Okay. It's difficult for me to click Dameon Pierce as seeing any sort of upside as a change of pace back. I just don't see it. We got some options. Big McMillan guy. But in this case, should we be maybe with our second? Okay, Herbert goes. I think we go Estime here and then Devontae Walker. Or we could go McMillan, Devontae Walker, and then that probably sounds better. Farachi shouldn't be going another running back too. Let's go McMillan. I can't stop clicking McMillan. Why stop now? OTS, exactly. Akers would be a good change of pace back. I don't think. Anyways, it doesn't help Dameon Pierce's case that they added another running back. Even the fact that they're looking to add depth is not good for Dameon Pierce. That's the way I see it. And it's weird that I saw it differently when Minnesota added him. I saw it differently. I don't know why. I saw it more as like, it's Cam Akers, who cares? Like, if Ty Chandler was worse than Cam Akers, then we shouldn't have been drafting him in that spot anyways. So I don't know. Estime goes, okay, badgeless. We see you. Balance build. This team, I fuck with this team. Dude, this guy's sharp as fuck. Oof. Dude, that's a discount on Marvin Mims. I'm not even a Marvin Mims guy. I think we still bring in Devontae. Let's get the stack. I'm actually surprised I have 5%. I didn't think I was clicking that much. But I do, I guess, have a lot of Cincy stacks. So it makes sense that I'm grabbing a late bring back in Denver. Josh goes Slayton. We'll cover these drafts real quick after this one, and then we are going to be jumping into another draft. Let's see. What's the subby count at? Because we are creeping. We are creeping up close to 2K for that 24-hour live stream. So if you guys are enjoying the content, please go down, slap the like, help the algorithm, and then hit the subscribe. We're going to be doing that 24-hour live stream end of August. August 3rd. Let's see. It's going to be on the Saturday, August 31st. That is the goal for the 24-hour live stream. We're in training right now. This is our this is our training time. Khalif Raymond, 202, going in the 17th. I don't hate it. JJ McCarthy, haven't seen JJ get drafted in a little while. Brings him in with Jordan Addison. Okay. Jordan Addison goes where? 83. I like the Malik Washington click. I've been trying to get more Malik Washington. It's just every time, I think I brought this up in the last stream, every time I put him in my queue, for whatever reason, he just like doesn't make it to my team. Like, he's in the queue, I queue him up, and I'm like, oh, this guy's here. Or like, this guy fell. Yo, Papa goes, you can skip my team. Oh no. Oh no. We'll cover it now. Drake London, Nico, and Tank Dell. You started strong. You had the Houston double. And then you said you weren't expecting Zay Flowers to not be there. So you panic click Pacheco. You go Mixon and then Stroud. So you secure that triple stack in Houston. Connor, Curtis Samuel, Njoku, Tajay Spears, Gabe Davis, Josh Downs. I think you kind of rescued your team here with this double click because the drop off is just so great when you get to pick 156. You paired Njoku with Deshaun Watson, Wandale, Braylon Allen. I mean, you did what you could. To be honest, you did what you could on the 12. You bring in the double stack, Elijah Moore. I like the Malik shout. I got sniped on Josh Reynolds earlier today. Oh God, was this a Denver stack, or were you using him as a bring back? That's tragic. That's tragic. Oh, yeah, we're gonna click Bigsby there. Not gonna lie. We'll go Shipley though. If Shipley goes, then actually I don't mind Keaton Mitchell, but we want Shipley. We want Shipley. Bring back. You don't need the Josh Reynolds bring back, I think. Oof, the Madison click. Gross. Gross. All right, let's bring in Shipley here. Dude's got good wiggle. Watch this kid's tape. You don't even have to watch a highlight video. Just go in and watch any random game. Dude's got some good wiggle to his game. So we end up with Lamar Jackson, Geno Smith, Brian Robinson, Tony Pollard, Zeke, Ty Chandler, Kendrick Miller, Shipley, Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, DK, Hopkins, McConkey, Dobbs. So 6 receivers by Dobbs seems strong. McMillan and Devontae Walker, Andrews and Fant. We have the double stack with Devontae Walker and Andrews, double stack with Fant and DK. Week 16 bring back. We didn't get a lot of week 17 correlation. It just sort of is what it is on this one. All right, let's pull up. We know who did get some good week 17 correlation. That's Josh. Pull up the board. Farachi with us in the live stream at the 2 spot. A-Rich and Drake May says F week 14. Who needs QB points? White, Aaron Jones, Swift, Chase Brown, Chuba, and J.K. Dobbins. I can get behind this RB room. 3 RBs by Swift, Chase Brown, Hubbard. Yeah, that's nice. Lamb, Devonta Smith, Neighbors, Keenan Allen, Sutton, AD, and Jahan Dotson. I think the capital here is pretty sharp. I mean, there's some players that I'm like not in agreement with, but like the capital seems right. Hunter Henry, Jelani Woods, and Jawan Johnson. I'm cool with 3 tight ends here. Little double stack there with A-Rich, the single backdoor stack with Henry and Drake May. Has the week 17 bring back with Dobbins. Week 17 bring back for Indy with Neighbors. Nicely drafted team. Curious, did you guys see the reports that Indy wants to use 3 tight ends? And if that's true, like Jelani Woods becomes completely undraftable, in my opinion. So I'm probably going to be off the Jelani click. I'd probably rather just go Sanders at that point. But this is a nice team. Farach, good draft. We'll see if you can get by. If you lose by 13 points, you come in third. This hurt you, but if not, you should be good. Josh in the 6 spot with Caleb and Goff. It's a nice pairing. Jacobs, Moss, Dowdle, Jaleel, Bucky Irving, and Tank Bigsby. Hero running back builds around Josh Jacobs. Amon-Ra, Ayuk, DJ Moore, Pittman, O'Dunes, Lockett, Roman Wilson, and Slayton. Good amount of capital here. He has double stack with DJ Moore and Rome. He has the bring back with Amon-Ra, and he has both QBs in this week 16 game. Ingram and Hawkinson's fun. Hawkinson at 163. It was sort of expected for him to get this news that he's going to the PUP, which is probably why we weren't drafting him at all in BBM. I've literally not a single share. But when he goes to 160, like when he eventually falls there in these next 2 weeks, like I'll probably get up to 8% just at a price that's 2 rounds later than, the first 50% of drafters in this contest. So I think he will be fun to mix into those three tight end builds. But in this case, he mixes him with Evan Ingram, who has a bye week 12 and should have a pretty decent floor from a game to game basis. So I think that's a good pairing for TJ Hawk. Real nice. Bringbacks in week 16 and 17, just making the best ball overlay look beautiful in this one. Nick Bach in the 11th spot, Jane Daniels and McCarthy goes both rookies. Is this a rookies and sophomores draft? And I'm just getting, there's like one mosquito in here that's just zapping me. Gibbs, Warren, Gus Edwards, Lloyd, Pierce, and Tracy. Hero running back build. It's definitely a fun one. I wish you saw the news about Marshawn Lloyd's hip so we could have drafted him after ADP, but good take. Garrett Wilson, Flowers, Pickens, Worthy, Godwin, Addison, and Douglas. Ooh, I like this room. We'll see how many games Addison gets. I think it's expected for him to get 3 games, but ADP in the 80s makes sense. This is sort of where I figured he would fall, is around like 82 to 87. So Schultz, Musgrave, and Sinnott, that's just 3 guys. Musgrave at 158, little 10-pick slide. He's a bring back in this Minnesota stack, which is nice. You don't end up getting a Jaden Daniel. Oh, no, you get Sinnott, which we're kind of leaning it to Daniels in his rushing upside anyways. So even if he was unstacked, I would be cool with it. But it does feel better with the single stack at least. So nice draft. Nice draft from Nick. Well balanced. It's just the 2 rookie QBs. Can they start off quick enough? And will JJ McCarthy get the start game 1? I don't think it's expected as of right now, with Sam Darnold taking first team reps, and then with JJ McCarthy getting sort of second dibs. Oof. We sneak in, and I think only a couple people snuck in here with us. We get the 6th spot. Shout out to Jared. He sneaks in at 3. Oh, a lot of badgeless. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many? 7, 8. 8 badgeless in this BBM draft. 8. This could be absolute warfare. This is the type of room where you're like, you don't push the CJ Stroud double stack. You don't even go for the CJ Stroud double stack in this one, because you know he's going at pick like 52. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Say goodbye to your correlation in this draft. We're most likely going elite QB. Maybe we try to pull the Nez. Patrick Mahomes before ADP tried to get Kelsey as well. So if we went Kelsey at 30, and we get Mahomes at 43, most likely. And then we should be able to get Worthy or Rice at 54. And it could be fun to do this in a room like this one where there's 8 badgeless, and we think our advance rates would be, at least our EV would be higher in this room. So testing some of this in a room like this, I think makes a lot of sense. And if we're going to do that, if we're going to go with that plan of like reaching to get that double stack with KC, then we have to start wide receiver. We have to start receiver if we're going to plan on going early tight end, early QB. Danny, yeah. Hey, Paid in the house. What's up, dude? The late night lobbies. It's not a myth. It's not a myth. They are, they can be light. So it's just Jared and I in this room. Murph looks familiar. Raise it 77 might be a poker player. OTS, try getting in with us. Don't push the stacks. Exactly. Exactly. You have to know your place. Read the room, boys. You have to read the room. And we set the like goal to what? 100 likes for another draft. We'll drop it. We'll make it more manageable. We'll drop it to 80. 80 likes for another draft. We'll set it early. There's an hour. There's an hour to hit it. Gibbs at 11. Puka goes at 12. It's like already Puka at 12 is... It's not all that common. Puka JT. It's just it doesn't overly matter because you don't really get different unless two of these guys fall. Like Nez showed a team from earlier where he got AJ Brown, Bichon. Like what the hell is that? AJ Brown and Bichon? Like how? Smooth Criminal in the house says smash that thumbs up, bang that bell. Yeah, hit the bell for notifications to know when we go live. It's big. Ooh, Gamble. Asking if it's a safe space. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I would love... Maybe we get a little Pounders weekly poker game going. Sunday mornings right before NFL kickoff. Imagine. Another excuse. Gotta tell the wife. Yep, sorry, I got poker Sunday morning. Yeah, I should love that. Olave, give us Debo. Thank you. Give us Debo. Thank you very much. Yep. Debo's he's our safety blanket in the second round right now. He's our safety blanket. 6 a.m. Are you, Jared, are you feeling okay? 6 a.m.? 6 a.m.? No one will be there. No one will even, like, come on. That's tough. That's tough. Smooth says I'd be down for poker. Oh man, are we getting the Pounders poker? Gotta beat the church crowd. There it is. There it is. There it is. You can play in church. My boy Jesus would be okay with it. I would always tell, and this is like college girlfriends, I'd be like, it's only gambling when you lose. I'll meet you at Encore. I've not gone to Encore yet. I've heard it's sketch, to be honest. I'm more of a Foxwoods cat. Largest poker room on the East Coast. Always been a Foxwoods cat. Allegedly before the age of 21. Allegedly. Allegedly. You guys in the Boston area? Let's go. We're out here in Central Mass. Just got back from a trip from Martha's Vineyard. Went to the beach for the first time this summer. Gamble's been going to Foxwoods for 22 years. What a place, man. Oh, the woods. Oh, don't get me started on the woods. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Playing 2-5 way before I should have been playing 2-5. Taking those shots. You boys know. You boys know. Who do we want? Okay, so are we going to go for it? Are we going to go for it? This is the room that Mahomes goes early in, though. Like, does Mahomes go before? And we just won't know, right? Because we don't know if these guys are going to push up these elite QBs or if they're going to fall. So I guess we'll take that risk. 30 stacks of high society little rounders. Oh, shit. No one's really falling, so I don't feel bad doing this too. What about going... This might be too big brain. Maybe not, though. What about going, like, Pickens at 13, Mahomes, or Kelsey Mahomes, and then getting one of Worthy and Rice? Could be huge brain. Could be huge brain. The smallest game was 2-5. That's cool. That's cool. Foxwoods 1-2 plays like 2-5. Like, for no reason at all. Like, I think maybe a lot of games could be like this, but there's a lot of degenerates at Foxwoods that are down bad. And what they do is they just go down to the lowest game, which is 1-2, and they just throw all their money away. Like, preseason flop, no calls before the flop, second under the gun, like, bets 24. It's like, what? What are we? 2-5's right over there, buddy. What are you doing? And you can buy in for, oh man, what's the buy-in at, is it 400? It's 300 or 400. They let you buy in 1-2 at the Woods. It's been a long time since I've been. Calling blind. Yeah, it's, shit. Good memories. Good memories. Bad memories going there after the bar. Like, you'd have one buddy that didn't drink. You'd be like, all right, we're going to Foxwoods directly after last call. Out in the Worcester area. 2-5 at the Woods is now 800. Interesting. Interesting. I live in Minnesota. We have a grind spread limit poker. Oof. I have a cousin that plays high stakes limit poker. High stakes. Like 1-200. He'd have those 10, 20K swings a day. It's like, that's nuts. That's nuts. He had that Italian mobster money, though. Shout out Cousin Paulie. Can't make this stuff up. He had, like, the white streak. He has the white streak in his hair, like the skunk going through the back. Oh, shit. All right, we're going for it. And if it doesn't happen, it's going to feel really bad. And it won't be overly surprising. Tank Dell goes off at 40. Come on. Come on, baby. 2 more badges to get through. Jalen Hurts is there. Don't do it. Don't. And Lamar's there. No. These guys are scaring me. They're using all the time on their clock, too. Got Hollywood back of the 5th. Chad's crushing it. Okay. We're going for at least the double stack with Mahomes, guaranteed. In this room that has 8 badges, I think this is kind of fun, to be honest. So, but you have to start receiver if you know you're going elite tight end and QB. Otherwise, you just put yourself in a shit spot. 1 receiver through 4 rounds is just, it doesn't seem doable. Shout out Cousin Paulie. Yeah, straight from Sopranos. Max Sauce in the house. What's good, Pat in the Pound? What are you doing up this late? We're grinding. Got back from vacation. Have tomorrow off. So we're going to be doing Bestball and bagels. 10 a.m. Eastern. We'll be back with the coffee and some bags. Got to get the 2K, boys. Grinding for... I don't want you guys to say at the end of the day, like, oh, he fell off at the end of the draft season. He didn't want to do the 2K stream. No, the 2K stream, well, yeah. If we hit 2K subscribers, we're doing the 24-hour live stream. We have the date. We are all set. All it takes is a few people, just a few. Maybe the 103 watching on Twitter to go ahead, hit that link, be a hero, sign into your YouTube account, recover your password, and hit the subscribe button. Pat in the house, what contest? Yeah, this is a BBM. BBM number 2 tonight. Potentially, we could do 3. The like goal is set to 80 likes, which is only 23 away. So my guess is we do a third BBM tonight. That's going to be a value on Debo in 2 weeks. Dude, I'm getting ahead of Debo because I think there is that 2% outcome that Ayuk is not on the 49ers. And if that's the case, I want to get ahead of that because he could be one of the players that could be a big riser. He could go to the 1-2 turn. I don't see that being the case for anyone else. And if Ayuk doesn't get moved, I'll just draft the other guys later. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. So getting ahead of the player that I think has a potential to move big, getting these combos while I still can, is important to me. Yeah, smashing the like, throwing comments on at the end of the videos, like that shit all helps. All helps the algo. Is this the Hollywood Brown team? If he gets taken right now, I won't be mad. It just wasn't the time. Wasn't the time for it. And that could be a good thing. However, if he's there, this could be the Hollywood Brown team. I would rather just Rice, but maybe in this spot we don't go Rice because we started with 2 receivers through 4 rounds. Maybe a little tougher to advance if he misses 6 games. So Hollywood or Worthy here probably makes the most sense when we do this. So yeah, we get the easy KC secure double stack. We don't give up all too much for it. It's just really tough to get it consistently with Travis Kelce without reaching. Like, teams will have it, but what % of those teams that get it will actually make it to week 16, to week 17? So, yeah, I already like this today. In contests that fill quick, Gibbs Debo is, in my opinion, really sharp. And I'm not like heavily smashing the Gibbs click right now, but when I do, I think it makes a lot of sense with Debo. Rice goes off at 55 in this room. Pick 67 and 78. Now we still have to click receiver. We probably have to click receiver with both of these, and then we start catching up at RB. In this range, 91 to 126. You really don't want to be leaning into RBs in the 18th, 17th round. So catching up, getting 4 before round 14 almost feels like a must. Preferably 5 if you're doing 5 late. Rashad White goes off at 58. For that clear and obvious 0-2-2-1 start. The 1-2-2-0. The 0-2-2-0. The 0-3-2. Dude, the badgeless have no fear. They don't care about wide receivers. Except for this guy. This guy knows what's up. This guy has been buried before. Zach E. also has been buried before. Said it will not be me. But we have some fearless people behind us. Yeah, and the guy at the one spot going double elite QB. Again, helping our Mahomes pick. Real nice. I'm wondering why the Devonta team didn't go Jalen Hurts and goes Christian Kirk instead. That's just like, oh my God, that hurts my brain. That hurts my brain. Like, just why? Why even go Devonta Smith? Why even go Devonta Smith if you're not going to get a falling Hurts? Crazy. That's crazy. I like D-Hop in this spot, but But. There's always a but. Ooh, Seawalk on. We have too many people behind us. You guys gotta chill. Rome could make sense as a week 16 bring back with the Mon-Ra, but and there's the but again. Let's go D-Hop. I honestly think D-Hop's just going to pass Rome. And when he does, when D-Hop officially goes ahead of Rome, then we'll start clicking Rome. But right now, getting ahead of the D-Hop exposure while he's still on the board, I think it makes sense. It's sort of like what we were doing with what's his face? Trey Benson. Like now that he goes behind Singletary, now we will click Trey Benson because Singletary, when he's not on the board, will make this switch. And I'm good with that. It's already started, man. It's so crazy. This August is going to be crazy for drafting. So many new players just creating havoc. Really. They really are. It's funny to see. It's funny to see. Stop. Stop. Post the team. Put it in the Discord. Put it in the Discord. Both teams in the finals. We'll split. We'll split. We'll have different variations of the same team. I would like Najee for this squad. Super curious when the winning team will have been drafted. Yeah, it's always an interesting thought, but numbers alone say there's 55% of the contest left. Numbers alone say it's going to be July or August. So in this spot, I do like Stevenson, but can I get Warren at 91? Can we get Warren at 91? We might be able to. I want to go Stevenson here. We'll push both Pittsburgh backs and see if we can get one of them to come back to us. We're going to have to click. So if we go RB here, we're going to have to click receiver in this range. Probably 2 more before round 12. Still drafting it? Oh, shit. BBM? Chad, are you in a BBM? Kamara off at 80. The Kamara slide's been consistent. Seems like he always goes after ADP, but he's just not falling. Aaron Jones off at 81. Jordan Addison off at 82, back-to-back drafts. Come on. We want one of the 2 Pittsburgh backs. If not, we can go Pat Fry as a second tight end. Although, like, again, back-to-back. Like, QB tight end stacks with the tight end bring back feels bad. So, like, maybe Roman Wilson late. Here we go. 6 picks left. One of these 2. Maybe this is a nice way to get our Warren exposure up in a stacked game environment. In the Pittsburgh bringback, it's probably good to be on the ground, I would think. KC kind of a stingy Stingy defense against the pass last year. Guess who my 7th rounder was? It's a BBM draft. Because it was Ramondre. No way. All right, but you didn't get Warren. Oh, we might not get Warren. There's 3 RBs before him. Oh, this is such a good question. Because I'm not sure. When it gets this wild, would you rather have all badges or all newbies? Ah, goodness. Did we get Samir here? What's Underdog ADP? Samir. Detour at another receiver. I think this is an interesting spot. Would we rather the combination of Zamir and Shaheed, or Tyler Lockett and Swift? It's going to be something like that. Oh, God. All right. We're getting different from Chad. Chad goes, had to settle for Swift as my RB2. All right. We're getting different. We're getting different. You know, I would say give me the badgeless people. Let me struggle it out with getting my correlation, but knowing my advance rates are going to be higher just because of better roster construction. Like, just give me the more plus EV rooms for advance rates rather than, you know, we're going to sacrifice getting sniped because of, you know, naked Burrow going at 86 or whatever before ADP. And again, like, the finals, it's not a weekly winners. Like, the finals is not 200 or 180,000 teams. So you can get some weird teams to finish. If it's a flat QB scoring week, like, none of this even matters. Like, the QB stacks, like, won't really matter. You had a couple weeks, I want to say 3+ weeks. There was actually more than that. That just a naked QB won. Like, weekly winners with no stacking partners. Now, it happened both with rushing QBs and pocket passing QBs. But a couple of those weeks it happened with the pocket passing QBs. It was like Jordan Love, and he sneaks into the end zone for a rushing touchdown. Dude, this guy's got a 2.330 with double elite QB. Interesting. But yeah, the rushing QB showed up almost twice as much as the pocket passing QBs for weekly winners teams that finished in the top 10 weeks 1 through 17 last year. Can't believe we almost went rounds 3 through 8 exactly the same. That's interesting for sure. We might be on some of the same guys, Chad. We might have some of the same takes. This is just like me and Tyler Lockett at 23%. Like, it's just meant to be. It's just meant to be. If not, we'd probably just go B-Rob. Oh, man. I mean, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Tyler Lockett going up to 24% exposure. Or do we just get different? I don't mind going RB in this range too. Let's go B-Rob here. Let's try something. Let's try something diff. We're going to have to catch up at receiver. This will probably be... It's minimum 8. It's minimum 8 receivers, but it could be 9 potentially. The hope is to get Gabe Davis on the way back around. Get Will Levis as our QB2. We get that stack right there. That would be good. And then we're going to have to bring in another receiver. Just give me my favorite in the range. Up in 10 picks. And we have the badge list to to thank. So we'll see who they give us. It's just a waiting game now. So far, they've been pretty tied to ADP, is what I've noticed. You're not getting anyone that's really out of line. We see Siwako at 66, which his ADP is actually relatively close to that now. Rashid Rice off a little early, but that's fine. Maybe Rashad White at 58 is kind of a homer pick. But yeah, very tied to ADP. Very tied to ADP. Boring. Boring. RB just feels good in this range too. Get our 3. We have a shit ton of touches between these 3. We're leveraging Jaden Daniels here, which could be nice. Just seeing really good reports about Brian Robinson too. So I'm trying to get ahead of potential rise we could see out of B-Rob. Like, I don't think there's a reason why B-Rob goes around 17 picks behind Zamir White, to be honest. Wixoff, Njoku. If somehow Dobbs falls to 115 again, we'll go Dobbs, but I doubt he's going to be there again. Back-to-back drafts, 10 picks after. We are 21 likes away from ripping another draft tonight. We are just about halfway through this draft. Okay. He's getting closer. Dobbs, Cooks, Myers. I'm good with any of these 3. I'm good with any of these 3. I liked it better when he was 40 picks behind Zamir. Yeah. Yeah. That was big board, though. That feels like a big board price. Check the Rodgers guy. Oh, dear. Oh, shit. There it is. And then here it is. Oh, no. They don't care about the Achilles. Romeo Dobbs off. All right, let's go. Let's go Brandon Cooks here. Let's go Brandon Cooks. My team is going literally straight for the nursing home again. We gotta freshen up these receivers, which is fine. Like, this honestly sets us up to bring in maybe some higher upside receivers like Leggett, Polk, Burton, Pearsall. Roman Wilson as a bring back probably makes sense for this KC stack now. DQ said I had 31% B-Rob pre-draft. It's nice. It's nice. He'll hit. Like, he's going to smash. It's going to depend heavily on Eckler's role in the red zone, though. That could ruin the party. And we'll see. Maybe Eckler goes back to not being effective like he was wildly ineffective last year. If that happens again, maybe B-Rob earns. And he was actually pretty decent, I thought, in the passing game. Maybe he earns more of that role, but Eckler's been he's been heavily used in the red zone. So if they brought him over for that reason, it could be frustrating to be a B-Rob owner, but I think the upside is truly there, B-Rob, especially for his price. Josh Downs here. Brock Purdy here. Brock Purdy makes a lot of sense. With Debo, we have the bring back. He has Kittle. He has 4 receivers, though. Does he go Purdy? I think he's in a tough spot if he goes Purdy here. Is he? He goes Judy. All right. We'll bring in Purdy here. And we'll stop it. Mahomes, Purdy. We get 15 pick slide on Purdy. It's stacked with the bring back. Okay. Okay. Can queue up Pearsall later too. I haven't been mixing in a lot of Pearsall. I was big on Ricky in the big board. Big on Ricky. And now it's... I think he's just a little expensive where he goes. And of course, you have that 2% chance that, you know, Ayuk gets tagged and traded. We've seen AJ Brown get tagged and traded. We've seen Tyreek Hill get tagged and traded. If that happens, it's like, oh shit. But there's just so many weapons in San Fran. It's tough. If Ayuk doesn't go anywhere, which I don't expect him to, it's tough. Tough click for me at his price. I'm just clicking like some of the RBs there. That I think just have higher upside potential. Ty Chandler, Kendre, Marshawn Lloyd. It's really tough for me to go Ricky in that spot. But we'll see. This might be the team where we're ahead. We're ahead on our running back room here with Stevenson, Zamir, and B-Rob. Obviously, we have this week 14 thing that we have to monitor, but okay, Gabe Davis off the board. This guy's got a 1172. Jordan Love, Bijan, Adams, Cup, Flowers, Rice, Watson, J-Mo, and Dobbs with Bowers and Pat Fry. Okay. Staffy. Look at these QBs go off the board early, where we actually got a really nice value on Purdy. Small reach up on Mahomes, but this team going 2 early QBs. This guy going Rodgers at 106, Kirk at 113, and where we got good value on our QBs, like, damn, boy. Okay, the badges are doing badges things. Noah Fant, pick 134. Noah Fant, pick 134. What? This guy watches too much content. He watches too much content. All right. Sharbs here. Oh, man. You still have Josh Downs on the board, too. It's just... I want Sharps. We're going to have 2 bye week 14, 2 bye week 10. I think we stop at 5 RBs now pretty comfortably. Pretty comfortably, we stop at 5 RBs. Which is nice because we're done at QB. We only need 2 tight ends. We're going to get 9 receivers. So... it kind of matched our goal for the mold of this team. I mean, this is good value on Herbert, too, from Jared, where other teams are reaching for their QBs. Really nice. Really nice. And he actually gets a stack, too, with Palmer. A little bonus there. Tua falls to 141. 16 picks after ADP. Pairs it with Waddle. I like the start for Murph as well. 2-4-5-1. Elite at tight end. He has 5 receivers by JSN. Looks like a really nice balance build. It'll be interesting to see what comes back to us. Okay, so Ricky's off the board. Ricky's off the board. Pretty Ricky's gone. That dream died. Which it's tough. It's tough for me to go Ricky Pearsall over some of these guys. I don't know. Are you guys going Ricky Pearsall over Jermaine Burton, Demario Douglas, Leggett, Dotson? Dotson I get, but this seems like a good spot for Leggett. Seems like a good spot for Honestly, Mooney too works. Wanted Leggett. Burton's here as well. Let's go Mooney. I like Mooney in this spot. We'll sort of leverage Bijan teams. We'll sort of leverage the Pitts, the Drake Londons. We have a little week 17 mini between Mooney and Brian Robinson Jr. as well for that week 17 game. We'll make the decision there. It was between Demario Douglas, Burton, and Mooney, and we had the correlation with Mooney, so sort of making a tiebreaker there. Dude, Estime, I agree. That's such a nice. He feels like a comfy fifth or sixth. I'd be okay with just going even Estime added onto this team. And having Zamir White and Charbonnet week 10 sort of is what it is. We have no one on receiver that has a bye week 10. So far, our tight end doesn't have bye week 10. So we have all our receivers available for that week. So it wouldn't be the biggest deal to have just 2 RBs available. Up in 6 picks. We should safely be able to get Roman Wilson. He's someone that's been falling. This is before ADP. He's going to be our bring back play for this KC game. Or is it Hunter Henry or Jonnu Smith? Who I don't know if they'll come back to us. Maybe. I think Jonnu should be there by 174. Where's the Tua team? Where's the Tua team? Tua team went at like 140, right? 141, Murph. I don't know if Jonnu's making it past 172. Hunter Henry's off the board. And let's say we pass on Jonnu. What are we doing then as our tight end 2? Conklin. I don't like Sinner. I don't like Kate Otten. Jaceki, we're at 9%. Sanders, we're at 8%. Juwan Johnson. Juwan Johnson, I think, is a tough pair. So Roman Wilson goes. The first time he goes before ADP in like the last month is the time that we want him stacked. Such an interesting spot here because I like some of these RBs too, but I know that tight end falls off. It's they both have the same bye week, which isn't the biggest deal, but it's such a gross spot. I think I'm just going to go Burton. Bring in a little rookie upside here. We're going to go Burton 12 picks after ADP. There's so many RBs here that if one of these guys falls to us, we're probably fine with clicking it. We're fine with clicking Conklin. And then if Jonnu makes it back, we can always go Jonnu too. But having both bye week 6s sort of made the decider that let's just go Burton first. And if he comes back, then we'll readjust. We'll readjust our thinking. No way. He took Van Jefferson. He took Van Jeffy. Ah, oh, God. I can't do it. Drewski says great pick with Burton. Where we have him ranked and where we got him at 163, it just makes sense. Can't believe this is DeMarcus Robinson's ADP. What are we doing? Like 168. I can't. Pat build type. Oh, God. All right, so Conklin goes. I'll be very surprised if Murph lets Jonnu go past 172. So we should be planning like he's gone. Okay. He brings in Wright. That's why. He gets Wright 15 picks after ADP. Another Miami piece. Yeah, Roman Wilson just won at 181. Yeah, he always falls after ADP. And the one time you want him stacked, they say go F yourself. Well, maybe we go Calvin Austin last click. That's so gross. Let's go Jonnu here. Let's go Jonnu. I don't care about tight ends having the same bye week, to be honest. If he's the right click in this range, let's just bring him in. And this range is so gross. All right. For the listeners, we have a 2-4-7-2, Mahomes and Purdy, Stevenson, Zamir White, Brian Robinson Jr., Zach Charbonnet, Amon-Ra Debo for that week 17, Hollywood Brown, Hopkins, Brandon Cooks, Darnell Mooney, Jermaine Burton, Kelsey, and Jonnu Smith. I mean, it's definitely balanced. It would feel nice if we got one of the Pittsburgh guys to fall to us, but it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. Now, ideally, we get our boy McMillan. Tight end we can finish at. Like, we're all done. We get Roshan. We might have to go Roshan first. I don't think we get both of them. I don't think we get both of these guys. We'll have to see. Damn, OTS at 9%, Calvin Austin. I mean, he's going to have... What do you think? He's going to have 2 spike weeks? So he's like the discount... He's like the discount Shaheed. He's just not going to be out there in 2 wide receiver sets, I don't think. I know. Just not going to be out there in 2 wide receiver sets. Corley off the board. Baker off at 180. Gino went off at 155. Should have known. And we called it. We called it early into this room. Don't expect to get your stacks and bringbacks. It's just not the time and place. However, creating a strong team still with the badges in here trying to test us and our patience. It's been fun. And we're also 16 likes away. So if you guys want to see another draft, and you guys are here watching on the Twitter machine, 107 people, hit the link, go in, sign in, get in the live stream, hit the like if you want to join us in another draft. We're 16 likes away. CEH going off early. This is going to be Rashawn for us. ADP has this. Cincy. Let's get ahead. Let's see what happens with a couple pounders. I don't know if Murph's in this room. Murph, are you in the live stream? Oh, yeah. McMillions. Of course. 3, 4, 10, 1 builds are the best. Oh, God. It's gross. Just the diminishing returns on a 10th receiver over a second tight end or a 10th receiver. I can't. Imagine those teams last year. It's so easy to look back last year. And of course, I don't think there's going to be another Sam Laporta this year. Imagine those teams going their 10th receiver. It's their number 4 receiver on KC or their 4th receiver on the Giants instead of Laporta. You're on the DJ Shark train. I've mixed him in correlated with Herbert when I'm forced to. Pete did one of those this weekend. No. All right. Nick is now sending out crazy messages Smash that like, and I'll give away $1,000. Get out of here. Get out of here with that craziness. With that craziness. 10 likes away. 10, 11 likes away. I still have to like the video. 10 likes away. McMillions off the board to the sharpest badges person in the room. I mean, Algier at 170 is insane. Marshawn Lloyd, Mike Williams at 143 is a fair price. T-Law AD. This is actually a nice draft. This is a nice draft from the 2-hole. Just this. This here is crazy. You get Jalen Hurts to fall 7 picks to you to go with your Devonta Smith, and you're just like, nah, I'll take Christian Kirk instead. That's crazy. That's borderline insane. Oof. Was I supposed to have a plan for this pick? Yeah, it was going to be Estime. I kind of just want Malik Washington here. We just sort of want Malik. So let's just get him. And then we'll think about this last click. We'll think about this last click. Maybe it is. Yeah, I think we can afford to go. We can afford to go Calvin Austin here. And you want to know what? Like, Russ has a good deep ball. Surprisingly, like, Russ has a good deep ball. I like it. I like it. Chad, thanks for joining me, man. Have a good night. I think we hit the like goal. It's going to take some people logging into the Twitter machine, though. Still 10 likes away. If not, we will be back again tomorrow 10 a.m. for a breakfast, bagels, and Bestball. Almost as good as Bia's and Bestball. Almost. Craze. Kendrick Bourne. What's the 12 spot doing? Kendrick Bourne, Corley. I like how he clicked Kendrick Bourne first. Damn, Drewski in the house has liked the vid so I can draft one. Really in the drafting mood. I'll probably draft one off stream too. So if you guys want to join the off stream draft, make sure you're in the Discord. We're always drafting together, and it's super active. People sharing player news in the risers and fallers section, fill-in drafts in the currently drafted section, and posting everyone's draft grades. If you're not in the Discord, link is in the chat now. And for the last plug of the night, if you guys are interested in the overlay, it also comes with the portfolio optimizer. Jump on that. It's going to be drafting season. This is the heaviest part of it. This is where we really grind. I'm at 560 right now for post NFL. It's actually more than I thought I was going to be at. So it's just heating up. We have about 84, 82 BBMs left. Going to be doing a shit ton of eliminators. The link is in the chat. The link is in the description for the bestballoverlay.com. Check that out if you guys are interested. Promo code Pounders. Holy shit, we are digging deep in the player pool. I've not seen a single person draft Sion Vaki. I don't even know if I'm saying his name correct. But we're getting that bring back. Who's going to tell us no? Who's going to tell us no? We're getting the KC bring back. We're bringing Calvin Austin. This didn't turn out to be a fun team. 2592, Stevenson, White, B-Rob, Charbonnet, Roshan. Really leaning into these top 3 RBs, and maybe Charbonnet or Roshan providing. And Charbonnet could be a smash this year. He could just be a smash. So I'm trying to get to around 15%. I do have to mix in more Ford in this range too, and I do acknowledge that Monrod, Debo, Hollywood, Hopkins, Cooks, Mooney, Burton, Malik, Calvin Austin. So we get this KC double stack. We have the San Fran single stack. We have the bringbacks with Amon-Ra, week 17, week 16 with Malik and Jonnu, and then the Calvin Austin. Turned out to be a fun one. Shout out to OTS who also has the Calvin Austin, like 8 or 9%. So shout out to OTS. Have a good night, man. Appreciate you coming out. All right, let's cover Jared's team. Let's see where we're at. Kyler and Herbert's just a really good pairing. I think this could just be a really good advance rate pairing as well. Kyron, Mostert, Benson, Zeke, and Estime. Really sick RB room too. Elliott to pad 2 rookies. Just makes a ton of sense. Hero RB build around Kyron. Correlated Benson. Bring back an Estime week 16. Hill, Ayuk, McLaurin, Brian Thomas, Joshua Palmer, Demarcus Robinson, Michael Wilson, Troy Franklin, Luke McCaffrey. Yeah, I think you spent the right amount with 9 receivers here. Demarcus Robinson is the bring back, I think makes sense. Other than that, like 166, God, what are we doing? Such an eliminator pick. But as the bring back, leveraging the cup teams, leveraging the Puka teams, if he can score the touchdown that week, is interesting. 3 rookies, the Michael Wilson. I like how he used Demarcus Robinson and Wilson. He then brings in a couple potentially high upside rookies. He gets Luke McCaffrey at 214 for free. Sick. Andrews and Musgrave. That's really nice. That's a solid team. Well, I think Jared might be advancing in this room. Really fun one. A lot of week 16 and 17. You can tell he has the overlay for sure. But let's do the final refresh. Let's see what we hit. 71. It's all right, boys. We'll be back in the morning, 10 a.m. Bagels and Bestball. Grab your coffees. Get ready for that. If you guys are going to be at work, tune in. Don't tell your boss. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Appreciate you coming out. Hit the like on the way out if you enjoyed tonight's live stream. Well, you probably already would have. Max Payne. Catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Thank you. Pounders.